And the reality is, and let me limit my comment here mostly to, like, let's say smaller or owner-led businesses. A lot of our listeners and a lot of our practice at Value Prop is working with owner-led businesses. So in that case, they are often buying from suppliers that might be a lot bigger than they are, i.e., they're buying steel from a foundry or something like that to make parts. So they don't have the leverage that, like, a large company like a Caterpillar or John Deere can lean into its supply chain and say, we're going to audit you. You're going to show us what your capabilities and how deep you run. But when you're a small company, 10, $20 million, contract manufacturer, you don't have that leverage to tell your suppliers they have to show you how they're going to perform for you. So how do you solve for that when you're kind of asynchronously related to people you're dependent on or companies you depend on?
That's a very good question, and I think my answer to that question could be sort of one word: collaboration, right? So what do I mean by that? So in the world of supplier customer relationships, I think so one of the underrated things that smaller companies don't really do actively is to become that partner, that collaborative partner with the supplier, where so you as a small organization, you could have a seat on the table with that supplier, showing that you are an organization that plans your requirements, that you are willing to share your information, like your forecast, like your future projections, your orders, even thinking about sharing with your suppliers sort of the rationale behind your ordering patterns. So what's your strategy? So small things that you can do that is going to open up a seat on the table with that supplier, regardless of your size. Because I think about the other way around, psychology, right? So if a supplier perceives that, regardless, you're dealing with a smaller customer, but that customer is willing to open up a collaborative discussion by sharing forecasts, by providing, here's my expectations about the market for this year, next year, sharing some stuff with me, my attitude as a buyer, as a seller, is going to change. I'm gonna be much more open to sort of establish a relationship with you, because I'm perceiving that you are a collaborative person that would like to establish a relationship more than just a transactional relationship with me. So, and I think that's something that is not very costly. It's just a matter of opening and building the bridge to collaborate with your suppliers, regardless of the size of that supplier. And I think that speaks a lot more about the style and the culture of the company that you have in front, rather than just looking at specific numbers and and yelling each other when things are not working well, right?